Today's episode of the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West is brought to you by All About You DJ. Let All About You DJ host your next wedding, party, or event. All About You DJ specializes in wedding receptions as well as any other private parties, including birthdays, engagement parties, school dances, or any other special event you may need a DJ for. We work with you to ensure that your entertainment is perfect for your event. At All About You DJ, your event is not only important to you, but it is also important to us. We want to make it memorable for all of those involved. All About You provides everything you need to make your wedding the event of your dreams, from dazzling photo booths to ensure your event is one your guests will never forget, to gorgeous uplighting to make your wedding photos pop. All About You offers several packages to fit your needs. You can even ask for me, the Rob, to host your party. Check out our 5-star reviews on Google and on Facebook.com/allaboutyoudj. Give us a call at 812-402-0610 or check us out online at allaboutyoudj.com.
Did that.
And today's show brought to you by Spuds and Stuff. People still ask me all the time if I was being serious on the radio about those Philly cheesesteaks. The answer, as Maddie knows, it's a big old yes. I would not lie to you about a Philly cheesesteak, and nobody in this city knows Philly cheesesteaks better than me, except for maybe Jason at Spuds and Stuff. He makes the best one in town, and I stand by that statement. He used to bring me in throughout his process to like kind of fine tune the Phillies, all the herbs and seasoning, and we got it perfect. What he wound up with was sheer perfection. Try it for yourself if you don't believe me, and don't forget those delicious Spuds. 2403 Washington Avenue on Evansville's east side, and their location at 41 in Boonville, New Harmony has just reopened. They're now hiring for drivers at both locations, and if you would like to advertise on the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West, please email therobspodcast@gmail.com.
What's up?
It's been a week. Maddie West.
What's up?
Welcome back.
It has been a whole week.
It's been a week. Thankfully, just one this time, though.
Yeah, back again.
How has your week been?
It's been the same as I feel like the last 4 months-ish. Not doing much.
Up to your eyeballs in wedding stuff?
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Not doing much. A lot of time at home. We've recently started doing a lot of home DIY and home renovations and stuff. I think we got so bored in quarantine that we were just like, oh, well, let's just paint some stuff.
That was us. It wasn't let's just paint some stuff. Ours was we need to stain our fence. Right. So we did that. Yeah. Ours was we have a tree that's been dead for a year in our front yard, a big tree too. We had Chip come and help chop it down. Yeah. What else did we got our hot tub up and running? It was a productive week, but it was, it was.
That's basically what we started doing, just because we're getting so close to the wedding now, and then we go on a honeymoon that the next few weeks are going to be so busy that we were just like, well, we're not going to get around to all this stuff anytime soon. So if we want it done, we need to crank it out in the next couple weeks. Yeah. So that's kind of what we've been doing. A majority of it's painting and just small things here and there. We have a big thing that happened in our house. It was the day after my parents left. Yeah. Our air conditioner started acting up. Oh no, I've been there. And I was there right after I bought a house. Here's the thing. It's yes, it's annoying, and yes, it's expensive, and yes, it's really, really hot in our house. We're at this fork in the road where we don't know if we should fix the air conditioner we have, which would say we'll put the ballpark of $1,000. Okay. Or I believe our air conditioner is about 16 years old. It's getting up there. Should we just air conditioner years? Should we spend 4 times that much and just get an all new one? Ooh, that's a tough decision. And it's so this is stuff I hate about being a grown up. Right. I hate this. Well, I mean, I had to get a whole new one. I spent it wasn't anywhere near $1,000 to replace or to fix mine, but we did spend a few hundred to fix it and then had to end up replacing it anyway. Really? So that's just the way I look at it. I'm just go ahead, spend the money and do it. We did it, and obviously I don't regret it. My house is nice and cool and hot in the winter. It's doing its job. Yeah, well, we got but it's a lot of money to spend. Yeah. We borrowed a wall AC unit, so our bedroom's nice and cool. Right. But everywhere else is just a sweatbox right now. Yeah. And it's awful. Yeah. So yeah, and window AC units aren't very efficient either. That's true. It's going to jack your bill up a little bit. Yeah. So we're at this. I don't know. We're still figuring out. Yesterday, I wanted, I think, to just fix the one we have. Yeah. But now that I'm doing more research, I'm boy, the average life of an air conditioning unit, I might as well just maybe. Yeah. I think ours was 20 years old, and we were just replace it. Yeah. Because in the next couple of years, we're going to have to do it anyway. I think Google said the average lifespan is 13 to 20 years or something. Yeah. So, yeah. I think ours was 20. So it's frustrating, but
What else is happening?
And all that's just happening like during COVID. And I'm really getting sick and tired of the audacity that things keep having to keep going wrong. Like dust storms and murder hornets and COVID. Like, I'm going to need everyone to take a seat.
Dust storms, murder hornets, and COVID. Oh, my.
Wait your turn. It seems like everything that's inconvenient happens when you're like broke and like stuck in your house.
Yeah.
Like you're stuck in your house and your air conditioner goes out. That's 2020.
Yeah. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Like that in a nutshell is like the most 2020 thing to happen in that situation.
Where are we? Are you 3 weeks out?
From my wedding?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at my watch. Like I don't like know the exact number of days. About 2.5.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah. 2
weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow. Yeah. 2 and some change. So
that's exciting.
I know. I get a little bit scared. Well, you saw me come in here today. I had my hair done like as my wedding trial. You know what I mean? So I had to like go there and then my hairdresser does my hair and I say like, I like it. Or I say, we're going to try this again in a couple weeks or whatever. Well, we don't have a couple weeks now, but we're going to try this again later. And then I had to like rip all of my hair out.
I saw you.
So no one could see it.
I had to see your pre-wedding hair.
Yeah, you get. I
was on the short list.
Yeah, you got to see what Kent's going to see when he walks down the aisle.
Yeah.
Only no dress. Unfortunately, I'm just in a Raiders t-shirt and leggings, which Kent would not be mad about seeing walk down the aisle either.
The wedding dress is for you guys. It's not for us.
He would just be proud that Raiders were somehow part of the wedding day.
Are we on track? Is everything good to go?
Yeah, everything's good. Like I said, I've done like all the final plans with all my caterers, DJ, stuff like that. Like I finalized everything, and now it's just a waiting game until it's time to go. I'm a little bit scared.
What are you scared of?
I think the thing I worry about the most for the actual day of the wedding is Woodson. I think that's what's consuming a majority of my time to the point where I don't have time to worry about anything else because I just don't. It sounds really bad. I don't want to have to mom the whole time.
I get you.
You know what I mean? And he's 2 years old.
Yeah.
He's really hard to keep entertained.
What's the plan for him?
He obviously sees me and Kent, and I'm so worried he's just going to want to be with us all night, which, I mean, he's my son. I expect that. But Mama wants to let loose. Like, someone shield my son's eyes. I'm going to bong the spear.
So what do you do when you have a 2-year-old at your wedding?
So I have a family friend that's going to watch him because I didn't want to ask a family member to watch him during the wedding because I didn't want them to have to miss anything. And I mean, it's only 20 minutes long. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get in there, get it done, and leave. And so I have a family friend, and her daughter's going to come along. She's a teenager, and she's babysat for us a couple times now. And so she's just going to come entertain him during the ceremony.
Okay.
And
what about the reception?
That's what I mean. She's going to stay with him all night.
Oh.
And chase him around, and I'll have like
So will he be at the venue?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It sounds really bad. I kind of wish he could be the ring bearer because he's the ring bearer. And then I kind of wish he could like leave.
It's so honest though.
I know. And I feel really bad, but it's just like, he is just.
Is he the ring bearer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm like, thank you, honey. Bye. You know, like. It sounds really bad to say that, but at his age, he doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. But obviously, like, I want him to enjoy that day with us as well. I just know he's 2 years old. Enough said. He's crazy. He's hard to entertain.
So where will he be after he walks down the aisle? Will he be standing up there with you guys?
No. So I'll have the family friend that I'm talking about, and she's just going to take him out of the ceremony. Yeah. He's going to leave. He doesn't get to see mommy and daddy get married. Sorry, honey. We'll show you pictures later. I thought about trying to keep him entertained there and try to keep him like her just kind of take a seat on the end and try to keep him entertained. I mean, like I said, it's only 20 minutes. 20 minutes in toddler minutes.
Absolutely.
Is like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And obviously I can't have any kind of like video playing or anything that's distracting. I guess I could like feed him candy for 20 minutes straight, but then you're just really asking for hell come reception time when he's like all hopped up on candy. And so I think, I haven't even discussed this with her yet, but Kent and I were talking. I was like, I think at least he walks down, she can maybe try to keep him entertained. You just have to see what his mood is that day because he's a toddler. And I
like that idea. Like, give him a shot.
Yeah.
And then if he starts acting
I'm kicking him out right away. Nope.
I can see can someone get that screaming toddler out of here?
Whose baby is that keeps crying for mommy? Because I told Kent, especially because he is such like an attention hog. I told Kent when he sees mom and dad up there getting married, all the attention's on us. Everyone's quiet. He's going to be like, I want to be up there.
That's my time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are my people.
Yep, mom and dad are up there and everyone's talking at them and everyone's looking at them and they're looking at each other and talking to each other. I need to be... I try to cook dinner and he's like in between my legs, like, mommy, you know, and I love him to death.
Sure.
But get out.
All right, so what about like dinner time?
Again, I've got the girl for the whole evening, and then that night he will go with Kent's family members home for the evening.
So for he won't be at the reception?
He'll be there for a little bit until it's bedtime for him.
So, okay, so dinner time.
Yeah.
Where will he eat at the head table?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that. I think she'll just be with him all night, and she'll
Okay.
feed him, and she'll just kind of be in charge of all that.
Whatever you're
really
paying
thought about
that girl is not enough.
I know. I know. I asked her like what her hourly wage was when I first started like babysitting, and then I texted her mom because I'm really good friends with her mom. We used to work together, and like I said, she's like 17.
Not at the radio station, correct?
Correct. No, I worked with her at this lawn care company I worked at, and I was like, you know, what do you think's fair for like a teenager to stay with a toddler, not just any toddler, my toddler, who, I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
It's a very small version of me. Like just really hard to entertain, gets bored easy, is always hungry. It's me, small, and doesn't really want to listen.
I just, now that I am a father and I don't have a 2-year-old, but it's just not enough. Whatever it is not enough.
I could literally like amputate my leg and I still would feel some kind of guilt.
So then, okay, so
I took him to the venue once and he wants to ride the elevator nonstop. I'm like, if you keep him on the elevator all night, he will be content. I promise you. But there's all the buttons in the elevator. He called the cops last time we were there.
Did he?
Yes, he pushed the thing in the elevator that's help. And I'm like, why did they put that right at little baby level? Yeah. Like, I know it's for when, like, if you fall on the ground, if you're down on the ground, you can reach the help button easier. But it's also prime spot for a toddler to push.
What happens when you I never even know what happens when you push that.
They're like connecting you to an operator. To cancel, press this, and then you're like,
oh, so you can cancel it?
You can cancel
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, at least either that or they have a faulty system.
You never know nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
So then what about like after dinner when like the dance floor is open?
Then that's probably when he'll go home. Because
Okay.
I mean, he usually goes to bed and he's going with Kent's family members and they don't necessarily like party a whole lot. Some of them do, some of them don't. And so the ones that don't, I'm like, well, you know. And they're like, we'll probably be ready to go to bed anyway. And so I'm like, just, okay, here he is.
Sweet.
And so I was kind of worried about that. Because I was like, who's going to have him on the wedding night? Because, like, mama's trying to break it down.
Yeah.
And, like, trust me, every other day of the week, I'm trying to break it down. I got a kid. It just don't work like that.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to, like, have a hotel room somewhere in Evansville. We haven't decided yet. And then we'll probably just go back to that because we don't want to go back home.
Yeah, we went to a hotel.
Yeah. It just makes it more spicy.
Yeah, it's nice to like.
I want
have
the neighbors
sex
to hear.
in a different place.
I want the neighbors to hear. I want to walk in there in my wedding dress and then be like, I hope we're staying next to them tonight. And plus, all of our friends from out of town and family from out of town, we're going to try to stay at the place where a majority of them are staying.
We did like one of those like you can get like good rates if you book everyone in this one.
Right. Yeah.
Then like every 10
but it's
rooms.
Of course, after we all go to the strip club.
Are you going on your wedding night?
Yeah, Kent and I decided yesterday that we're
Shut up.
Yeah, unless we get like way too tore down at, which is very possible. Unless we get way too drunk at the reception. I'm like, can you imagine walking into Scores in my wedding dress?
You really gonna do that?
Iconic.
It is kind of iconic.
It's either that or like tattoos. Like you've got to do something to really, really seal the deal, other than just legally getting married.
I guess maybe we did it wrong then.
Maybe.
I mean, we had an awesome.
Well, you guys had a honeymoon. You did your
That's
celebrating.
true.
We're just starting it just a little bit early with naked people.
Fair enough. And then your bachelorette party.
It's coming up.
When's that?
Yeah, we leave this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, so we'll leave here in a bit, and we're gonna go to Nashville. And
your mom got the Airbnb?
Yes, it's a really cool Airbnb, really cool condo, and we're not bar hopping. I want to go there with an open mind, but I know a majority of Nashville's closed down. My mindset and several of my other friends' mindset is, hey, we don't want to go to the bar because of risk of exposure. Even if we're social distancing, even if we're wearing masks, it's just not worth it. I don't know, but like talk to me in 10 beers and I'll be like, we're going to the strip club. You know what I mean? So it's just, but we got like a pedal bar. So we're going to do like a pedal bar one day, you know, those things that you like ride around on the street. Cause that's just with your small group. We're also doing like a pole dancing class, which I think will be really fun.
Are you really?
Yeah. And oh my God, I cannot wait to see my mom in a pole dancing class. I'll send you some snaps.
That's gotta be a sight.
Yeah. And like, she's bringing her best friend too. And I'm like, oh my God, the two of them in a pole dancing class together is going to be, I'm going to go viral on TikTok again.
Is Brooke going?
Yes. Brooke was going to be there. And
is she going to drink beer?
Did you drink beer last night? Yeah, she'll probably drink beer. I know. I'm already worried because my bridesmaids, obviously the hype this week leading up to the bachelorette party, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're thinking of really more reckless things to do. Like now tequila's involved.
I'm just going to say, don't want to, like, just be careful.
Oh, absolutely. I can't risk something before the wedding.
I mean, just so you know, if one of you gets exposed.
Right. Then it's all of us.
It's your whole, everyone you care about literally is going to get exposed.
Right. No,
just
I know.
Remember that.
I know.
So,
it's really scary.
Just be careful.
It's scary.
It's a weird time.
I know. It's so weird. Who would have thought that my bachelorette party we would be like, we're not going to the bars. Well, we're going to avoid the strip club.
I mean,
my mom's like, can we hire strippers? This is how she worded it. She said, would it be okay to hire strippers to come to the house if allowed? And then it took me a second to respond. And then she's like, they'll be female, of course.
That was my next question.
Like she was like really trying to like convince me. She's like, they'll be girls. Don't worry. Yeah, they would. I don't want male strippers.
I think that's weird too.
I don't want anything shaken in my face unless it's boobs. Period.
Hashtag that.
Or an ass.
So that's coming up this weekend.
Yes. That's exciting. And then, after that, we're only 2 weeks away.
Yeah, look at that.
And my whole family's going to Florida after my bachelorette party. They're just going to keep the party going.
They're not taking you?
No, I just decided not to go. Again, just
might be smart.
Risking everything, especially Florida right now. Is like,
it seems like every day we're doing more to pull back on COVID.
Yeah. Well, and especially places like Nashville and Florida, like they're kind of like in the process of going backwards again. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and Kent wouldn't be able to go because he's obviously taking vacation for the honeymoon. And so I was just like, I don't think I'm going to go.
Look at you.
I know. I'm like, I already had Nashville and like that's enough.
Okay.
You know,
I just feel like there's more to it.
What?
Like there's more to why you're not going to Florida.
Oh no, literally that's it.
Just don't want to go?
Because and I don't want to like drive 10 hours with a toddler. That sounds really freaking awful.
You'd be taking.
Yeah, we would have
gotcha.
to be drive.
That's true.
We would have to drive. I guess I wouldn't have to, but I would want him to go to the beach. I'm excited for him to go to the beach for the first time, but I want Kent to be there when that happens, you know, and I just want it to be like.
Gotcha.
And we're about to go to the beach for our honeymoon. And it would literally be, and then when we get back from the honeymoon, Kent has to go do training in California. And so it would literally be like the next 3 weeks of us just doing nothing but traveling. That's just a lot. And so I was like, we'll just take this little break in between bachelorette and honeymoon and chill. So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I want to take this time and let you know that today's show is brought to you by State Farm agent Mary Rokicki. Well, let me tell you, if you're looking for auto insurance, renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, or life insurance, definitely talk to my State Farm agent, Mary Rokicki. If you have any of those policies with somebody else and you think you might be able to get a better deal, talk to the best, talk to Mary. For the past 11 years, I've been trusting State Farm agent Mary Rokicki with my personal insurance needs, and my favorite thing about it has been how she treats her clients like family. Mary has always been in my corner looking out for me, making sure I'm getting the best rates possible. I know I can trust Mary just like a good neighbor. In fact, now is a great time to talk to Mary because starting in July, State Farm just had another auto rate decrease. State Farm is the #1 auto insurer. Getting a quote from Mary is always free and takes about 10 minutes. Find out how much those 10 minutes can save you and your family. Call Mary at 812-473-2863. I'm so glad that I did. That's my trusted State Farm agent, Mary Rokicki, 812-473-2863.
Rokicki.
And today's show is also brought to you by Gooden Consulting. If you are a tri-state business owner, especially lately, I'm sure you know how difficult it can be to keep everything going when your computers, networks, servers, and IT are not working properly. Gooden Consulting wants to take those stresses off of your plate and be your friend in the IT world. Gooden Consulting oversees the IT for many businesses here in Evansville so that those companies don't have to worry about their networks failing, data breaches, computer viruses, secure backup, and much more. Gooden Consulting offers 24/7 system monitoring, providing you a true peace of mind, less downtime for you as they identify and solve problems oftentimes before they even happen, fewer disruptions as they can provide most services remotely and overnight, as well as predictable budgeting as they will work with you to create a monthly flat rate for an all-inclusive IT service that monitors all of your company's hardware and software. Even if you're working from home, Gooden Consulting can keep your machines and information safe by establishing and maintaining reliable VPNs. Join the growing number of tri-state doctors' offices, dentist offices, law firms, realty groups, and other local businesses that have let Gooden Consulting be their friend in the IT world. Call Cody at 812-402-0611 or visit goodenconsulting.com. Tell Cody you heard it here on the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West. Get a free $50 gift card.
Woohoo!
And yeah, if you want to advertise on the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West, go ahead and send an email to the Rob's Podcast at gmail.com.
And you know you do.
All right, so I saw some things in the news I want to talk to you about.
I can't wait.
I've broken them down into categories.
Cool.
I want to start with some celebrity stuff.
Okay.
I enjoyed talking to you at the end of the last episode
Yeah.
about Poopgate.
Yes.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah.
How their divorce trial has just been the circus of the century.
Yeah, literally publicizing, like, I didn't know that, like, any of that would be worth mentioning in, like, divorce court, but I guess it is. And I love how public everyone's been with it, because I think that they kind of have this motive that, like, they're trying to make the other person look really bad, and, like, they both just look horrible.
So that's true. And that's, like, you see this on, like, a small scale on, like, social media.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite thing on social media is, like, when like single moms will try to like make their baby daddy look like pieces of garbage.
Right, like they're not going to get back with them next week.
Or like, okay, why did you have a baby with someone who's such a piece of garbage?
Yeah,
like,
and they're like, he's always been this way since the beginning.
It makes me think that you're in, like, the only person it makes look bad, because I don't know who you're talking about.
Right, yeah.
I just know you.
Yeah.
And you look like an idiot when you do this.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're kind of going through this, but I love how, so there was the poop on the bed last week.
Yes.
This time it comes out, not only are they
there's more?
They're pooping everywhere.
What?
They're peeing everywhere.
Oh, we're peeing?
Yeah, so there was the poop on the bed.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Back when Johnny and Amber Heard,
we still don't know who pooped on the bed.
All right, so Johnny and Amber were renting a place in Australia in 2015.
Okay.
Johnny went on a bender, according to page 6.
Okay. Like what? Like drugs and alcohol?
That's what a bender usually implies.
Okay.
And ended up being escorted off the property, but he told security he had to go back to the bathroom before he left.
Okay.
According to Amber, quote, he went back inside and peed right in front of them to nervous laughter. He was trying to write my name on the walls and carpet while peeing in the house.
At least he's creative.
And then I saw this. By the way, for what it's worth,
I think he might be the bed pooper.
I don't know. I still think it was Amber.
Okay.
Personally. So then Johnny's estate manager testified that he did not see or smell urine, nor did the people who cleaned up after him. That's worth mentioning too.
Okay.
So then there's a guy who found that, I guess Johnny Depp cut off the tip of his finger.
I did see that.
When he was throwing Amber threw a vodka bottle at him.
And it cut off the top of his finger?
And Johnny wrote with his bloody nub, I love you, on a mirror in his own blood. This is the weird.
My fingers hurt. That would be so uncomfortable. Listen, I have like a bad owie on my finger right now, and if you touch it, I would cry. Okay, so I've got to be pretty deep in that tequila or that vodka bottle if I'm writing with a bloody finger. Ugh.
Doesn't it almost make you feel like these two are meant to be together, though?
That's what I kind of was saying. I'm like, if she's pooping in the bed, he's peeing on the floor.
If he's
sounds like a match made in heaven.
If he's writing her name in his pee on the wall,
and she
writing "I love you" in his blood on the mirror, and she's pooping in his bed, like, you guys
There's
are
nothing toxic about that.
No, you guys are probably the perfect fit.
That's what I'm saying.
When you zig, she zags.
The yin to his yang.
So I just want to talk about
Yang
that.
Can't really got to step it up.
And then
if they're listening to this and I get home tonight and there's not poop in my bed, you ain't a real one.
He writes, I love you.
In poop?
In poop on the mirror. So,
it honestly sounds like something Woodson would do. I'm not even joking.
So when I started doing the prep for this show,
yeah,
and now as we're performing the show,
yeah,
my tone has kind of changed on this story. Okay. I don't know how to address it.
Okay,
but we should talk about Kanye West.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Let's talk about it.
I'm so glad.
So he had his first political rally. I believe this was over the weekend.
In South Carolina.
Yeah, it went down at the Exquist Event Center in North Charleston, South Carolina. Let's see. Attendees had to wear a mask and sign a COVID liability form. Kanye didn't have a podium. It sounded like he didn't have a speech prepared. Oh. He started talking about he almost aborted his first
child.
North.
Right, yeah.
He said, quote, even when my wife wants to divorce me after the speech, she brought North into this world even when I did not want to. She stood up and protected that child. Let's see. There's more stories too. He lost it and started crying, saying, quote, I almost killed my daughter. I almost killed my daughter. I love my daughter. He took shots at Harriet Tubman.
I saw that.
He said, quote, never actually freed the slaves. She just had them work for other white people. He ranted about how he should be on the board of Adidas and the Gap. Said he's pro-guns because shooting stuff is fun. Said he won't challenge pharmaceutical companies because they would kill him. He had 2020 shaved into the back of his head. Nice. Kim Kardashian is said to be furious that he shared the abortion story. Yeah. That's just the first report.
I was going to say, then he went on like this, because I follow him on Twitter. He went on this huge Twitter rampage as well.
So a lot of these tweets have been deleted, but some of them say, Kim was off to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up, like on the movie Get Out, because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday. Everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me. He accused Kris Jenner of trying to lock him up. He said NBC locked up Bill Cosby. If I get locked up like Mandela, y'all know why. Then he randomly shared
Do you know who locked up Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby.
Right.
Bill Cosby locked up Bill Cosby.
Just for clarification.
Then he randomly shared Michael Jackson's Black or White music video, which, to be fair, is a great music video. Let's see.
Why did he do that?
Maddie, why? You just
That's what made me question. Okay.
Well, in the middle of this crazy breakdown, he shared that music video with no explanation.
Well, because I get the Black or White. I guess I kind of see what he's going for.
Then he started talking about Shia LaBeouf, how he's supposed to shoot for his Gap line, but never showed up. He talked about he's going to focus on his music now. His next album is supposed to come out today.
Yeah, I heard
called
that.
Donda.
Which is his mother's name.
Dave Chappelle flew out to Wyoming to try to check on him, but apparently that didn't go well either.
Oh, yeah, because it's Dave Chappelle. Why are we sending him to like a rally?
So then earlier today, I saw that Kim made a statement about this.
I did see that too, yeah.
And I think that it's valid.
Yeah.
And we may be witnessing someone in the midst of a sincere mental breakdown.
Seriously, we are.
So I kind of want to be careful, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're sitting here and like we're laughing and stuff like that, but
I'm just laughing at I'm reporting the story and I'm not making jokes.
Right,
yet.
yeah. Yeah, and I think it's important to note that, I mean, he is diagnosed bipolar disorder. And I agree with what you said that, you know, even though like we sit here and we can't wrap our minds around it, we're like, dude, he makes no sense. Like, what is he saying? Why would you say that? He is in the middle of just losing his mind.
It almost makes me sad.
Or an episode, yeah.
And like it also
I love Kanye. I've always loved Kanye.
I'll go as far as to say I don't like Kanye's music. I love his old music.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking like the first 4 albums up to like Yeezus.
Yeah.
That's like maybe 5 or 6 albums. They're brilliant. Right. They're on a different level.
Kanye is an incredible artist. He always has been.
And then like I feel like the breakdown kind of like, or at least the crack started to show.
Yeah.
Kind of around that Taylor Swift time.
Yeah, it was definitely like after Yeezus, Life of Pablo era. Like
yes.
It was right then where he had to cancel a bunch of shows. And then he was in the hospital for a while because of like exhaustion, but turns out he was like being psychotic, you know, or having an episode, a manic episode or whatever, a bipolar episode. And then had to cancel the rest of his Life of Pablo tour. And like you said, that's right around the time where everybody was like, okay.
Yeah.
He's always been Kanye. He's always been kind of like, quick at the mouth and just like
outspoken
and exotic in his way of thinking.
Yeah, controversial.
And very unique in his way of thinking, to where you either think he's ridiculous or you think he's brilliant. I've always thought that he was incredibly brilliant. But I also think that right now he's not. I think he's really trying to keep that same mentality of just like, this is Kanye and this is what I do and this is like how I, this is how I became Kanye, was doing stuff like this. I don't think he recognizes that it's so much different than all like the brilliancy he had before. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I know you were a little young for Nirvana and Kurt Cobain and stuff, but like there's some people who they don't take to fame very well.
Right.
And like where Kurt kind of just didn't like it, there's some people who kind of implode, like Charlie Sheen.
Right, yeah.
Where it's just like, it's not good for you to have this success. Yeah. I do think that there's like a really fine line between genius and madness. Mm-hmm. I know in the movie Private Parts, Howard Stern had a quote that really stuck with me, because being misunderstood is the fate of all true geniuses. Mm-hmm. And I look at what's going on, and I think that both things can be true. Like, I think he can be a genius, and I think he can be completely mad.
Yeah, kind of like I was saying, I think that he is really thinking that he's still being genius, and I think he's being mad. I think he's always been genius, and I think now it's crossed that fine line into madness. And so before, when he would do crazy stuff like this, never to this extent, obviously, people were like, yeah, it's Kanye, he's a genius, and it all makes sense, and it all, like, after a while, you judge it first, and after a while, all the pieces come together, and you're like, dude, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Now I think we're getting into that category of madness, manic, I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Like, I remember that first time, like, because his first 3, 4, almost even 5 albums were like, they were kind of poppy, and like, they were definitely like hip hop, don't get me wrong, but they were really easy to like the pop audience to listen to. Yeah. Then Yeezus happened. Yeah. And when I heard Yeezus the first time, I was so
disappointed.
I didn't like it at first.
Yeah, same.
And then like I kept it in my CD player, and I kind of kept at it. And then I'm like, it only took like a week or a few weeks where it's like, God, this is good.
Well, it was so different than anything Kanye had done before. And I remember I bought the Yeezus album. I was so excited.
Me too. Bought it day one. Yeah. And do you remember what it looked like?
Yeah, the clear with like the little...
It had no liner notes. Right. It was just a clear, blank CD with
with the little red tag on it. I still have it in my car.
Yeah.
Or in Kent's car.
And there's nothing to identify the disc on it.
Right, yeah.
I remember it had like a little orange sticker on it just to make sure it was sealed.
Yep.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
And like, I was just like, he's really phoning it in now.
Yeah.
And then I heard the album and I was like, this is just weak.
I know. I remember listening to it for the first time and I was just like, Kanye, this ain't it.
And then I was like...
And I never buy CDs. You have to understand, I never physically buy CDs.
Yeah, I always did.
Like when I do, that's like something I am geeked up for.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I never buy them. So the fact that even though it was a few years ago and, obviously like music and stuff and the way you get it has progressed a lot since then... Like, for me to physically walk up into Target or Walmart and buy a CD, it just doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
I was the same way. I was just, like, really disappointed.
Yeah, there's only a handful of artists that I'll do that for, but he's one.
Right.
Eminem's one.
The Weeknd is one for me, and Kanye is one for me.
But I will say, boy, by my math, everything after Yeezus has really taken a dump.
I liked Life of Pablo.
That one I haven't heard in its entirety, and the reason is because
can't find it.
You can't find it. It's so he's just being weird again.
Yeah,
it's like, just weird.
Well, he it's kind of almost like annoying because it's like he just thinks that he's reached this level of fame where he can just like release an album that doesn't have any words on it, or a CD. Like,
did he do that?
Well, the Yeezus CD, like he can just
had
like,
words.
No, like
printed words.
Yeah, like the disc. Like he can just be like, oh, well, everybody's gonna know that's Kanye's album.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And sometimes that's a little entitled, and I don't like that.
No, I'm totally with you. So you seem to be in agreement that we are witnessing someone.
Yeah, absolutely, we are.
There's also there's the mentality that I also kind of think that Kanye might employ, where I think that in a Michael Jackson kind of way, I think he likes it. Mm-hmm. Like Michael got beaten up by the press,
right?
And he would be a tabloid star.
Yeah.
But after Michael passed away, it kind of became well known that he fed that. Mm-hmm. He gave the press things. He wanted that weird, he liked being that enigma.
Yeah.
And I think Kanye is kind of taking a page out of Michael's book in a little bit, but I also think he's totally breaking down.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like, for him to be releasing an album this Friday, too, you kind of wonder, like, is he doing this because he's releasing the album and he's really drawing attention to himself? Or is the fact that he's been working on this album and channeling that artistic side of him put him into a manic episode?
So I have been wrong before.
Yeah.
Namely, boy, do I remember a time on the radio when I was like, yo, y'all need to shut up and listen to Jussie Smollett because he's telling the truth.
He was not telling the truth.
No, he was not telling the truth. I was like, we got to stop victim shaming and victim blaming, and we got to hear this guy out. Y'all are being racist. And it was like the next day I was like, oh.
I do remember that.
Oh crap!
Yeah. I remember us talking about that. Like, dude.
I've been had before.
Yeah.
But I think we're witnessing somebody have a mental breakdown.
I think so too.
And I just want to say,
sad.
As a fan, dude, get better, bro.
I know,
because I would love to have that genius at work again.
Right. Yeah. And like Kim said, I mean, in her statement, she was like, listen, I can't just lock him up. He has to agree to it. He's an adult.
Yeah.
I can't just like take over.
Can you imagine if like your significant other made a statement like that?
Right.
Like I can't just lock up my husband.
Right.
Like imagine if
just do it a sneaky way. Marry him, have their baby.
Like what if you
locked him up
for
life?
What if you saw Kent posting on social media? Which, by the way, imagine Kent had more social media followers than literally anyone else on the planet.
Yeah.
Saying, dude, I can't lock Maddie up. Like I know that she's crazy.
Listen, he thinks it on the daily.
I know. Imagine if he actually posted it. Like that's just, I don't know. I wanted to get your vibe on that. I'm glad we talked
I think
about
he's in the middle of what might be something he can't ever come back from, and that's really sad.
Well, he might be able to come back from it, but I think he's going through something deep that...
I think, like, mentally he'll be able to come back from it. I don't know if his reputation and the whole, like, running for president thing, it's just like he's making a joke of himself. And I see so many people retweeting his stuff on social media, thousands and thousands, and I'm like, they're literally doing it because you sound ridiculous.
Hey,
they're doing it to make fun of you.
And while we're talking about the presidential thing, I'm going to say this between Kanye, Trump, and Biden. I have Kanye at second place of the three who would get my votes. I'll let you guys piece the rest of it together.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever.
He's not even. I don't even think he's the worst of the three.
I don't think so either.
We were talking about your son earlier.
Yeah.
And how it can be a handful to have just one.
Yeah.
Do you want a list of celebrities who have a ton of kids?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I got 10 of them here.
Okay.
We're gonna go in. We're gonna get higher every time.
Holy moly! Okay.
You know James Vanderbeek?
No.
Dawson from Dawson's Creek?
Yes.
He's got 5 kids.
Okay, that's a lot of children.
That's a lot of kids.
That's 4 more than I have.
Madonna's got 6.
Really?
Diddy's got 6.
Wow.
And one of them, I think, is like recruiting girls for him. Remember, didn't he like steal one of his son's girlfriends?
I did see that.
That's got to be his favorite son, right?
Right.
That'd be my favorite one.
Oh my gosh, Ken's gonna do that to Woodson one day.
Kris Jenner has 6.
Yep.
Lauryn Hill has 6.
Who's that?
From the Fugees, Lauryn Hill. That thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, you know Lauryn Hill. I'm sorry. That makes me feel old.
You are old.
Around 2000, she was maybe the biggest rapper on the planet.
Yeah.
Had the biggest rap album that year for sure. Was like the Grammy darling that year, but I guess you were probably a little young.
I was a little young.
Future, you know him?
Yeah, he's got so many baby mamas.
How many kids does he have?
I think 6 or 7.
He's got 7 or 8. One's in dispute.
Imagine.
Rod Stewart has 8 kids.
Oh my gosh, Rod, come down.
Eddie Murphy.
He has more than 8 kids.
He's got 10.
Oh my God.
We still have 2 more names to go through.
10 kids?
You're
out of your mind.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
No, he has a bunch of kids. I would have never known that.
He's got 12. He's got 12 of them.
That is just...
And there's still one more name on the list.
Freaking bonkers.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who it would even be.
All right, here.
More than 12 kids?
I'll narrow it down.
There's got to be some that are adopted.
All right, here.
Or something.
He's a rapper.
And he has more than 12 kids?
Equal to or greater than 12.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like Future, I would think. I know Lil Wayne has a lot of kids too, but I definitely don't.
He's not on the list.
I think he's got probably like 5 or 6, but I don't know any rappers that have more than Future.
DMX.
Oh my God.
Is the rapper. The number of kids
is.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
DMX has fathered 15 kids.
That is so much child support. That is so much child support that he is paying these people.
Did he have a show? Oh, God. I don't want to mix him up with
15?
I think I'm thinking of Ja Rule now.
Just to reiterate, 15.
15.
So they're not all from the same person.
I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, okay. When you said he fathered 15, I thought that meant like he had.
But
that's
I do
why
know,
I was talking about child support.
Dennis Rodman's father, I think, had 24 kids. Like Dennis Rodman has like 24 siblings or something like that.
That's too many.
It's crazy.
That's so much money. So if they're not different baby mamas and maybe they're all the same baby mama.
I don't know the situation.
Yeah, I don't know either. Either he's paying a lot of money to these other women to support 15 children, or he is. How does he have any money?
Well, he had a few big albums.
Well, yeah, but with 15 kids, that's pretty evenly dispersed.
Yes, you're probably right. You're probably right. All right, so
holy moly.
That does it for celebrity, but I have some, you know what? I wanted to do one more thing.
Okay.
I had this thought that I think will be an unpopular opinion, but I believe this in my soul.
Okay.
And feel free
I'm ready to hear it.
Feel free to say I'm crazy.
Okay.
But there's somebody who's an actor.
Okay.
That I feel is not only is he underrated as an actor.
Okay.
He may be, and I'll explain why, the greatest actor of all time.
Ooh.
Okay?
Alrighty.
Now, I'm not going to commit to he's the greatest actor of all time.
But you're saying he's up there.
He's not even in the conversation on a worldly basis.
Okay.
When he should be.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this name. I've hinted about this on the air before.
Okay.
But I'm doubling down.
I'm really nervous. I hope I know who you're talking about.
You know who this person is. You'll know who it is.
Okay.
This person, I was going to tell you who it is.
Okay.
This person is Jim Carrey.
Okay.
And hang with me here.
Okay.
So Jim Carrey is extremely versatile. What do you think of when you think of Jim Carrey?
I think he's great. I think he's phenomenal.
What movie? Like Ace Ventura?
Yeah, I would say more so for his comedy roles, but I've also seen him in like 23 and stuff like that where he's much more serious.
First of all, that movie's fantastic.
It's a great movie.
The Truman Show is one of my 20 favorite movies ever made.
Okay, I don't think I've seen that one all the way through, but I know what you're talking about.
That one's so good in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the Andy Kaufman movie, Man on the Moon, is like his performance is mind-blowingly good. Like he got all method on it and like became Andy Kaufman for that time where he was shooting and like my God. But okay, so let's talk about people who are in that conversation. A lot of people would say Tom Cruise. We can say Tom Cruise, but I meant Tom Hanks.
Okay.
And I do think that Forrest Gump is one of my favorite performances of an actor ever.
Definitely incredible.
But here's the thing. Let's take some Tom Hanks performances. Let's throw away Forrest Gump because that's I think is in a special league.
Yeah.
But take Castaway, take Big. Give me some other Tom Hanks movies.
Oh God, I don't even know.
Okay, whatever. Jim Carrey.
What was that one where he's in an astronaut suit?
Apollo 13?
Yeah, that one. I've never seen any of them.
Why do you say astronaut? He was an astronaut.
Well, he's not really an astronaut. He was just in a suit.
But in the movie, he was an astronaut. All right, whatever.
I need to see the certification, sir.
So Jim Carrey, I think, could do a good job in that role. Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks, or literally any other human being, could not be Ace Ventura.
Right. You're absolutely correct.
Could not be The Mask.
You're right.
Really probably couldn't be Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber.
You're absolutely right.
And so I think that you've got you reach a level of, I'll just say normal acting, like dramatic acting, where you're good enough. Mm-hmm. You know, whether you're talking about Daniel Day-Lewis, whether you're talking about Tom Hanks, whether you're talking about Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro, whoever your favorite actor is.
Yeah.
They're all in the same league of good. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Jim Carrey is in that league of good.
Yeah.
But then he can walk into this other realm and blow people away.
Right.
He is the greatest physical comedian of all time.
Yeah.
I would say the second greatest is probably Will Ferrell.
I was going to say he's probably up there for me too.
And Will Ferrell couldn't be Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell couldn't be The Mask.
You're true. You're right.
So I just think that while he does get a lot of love, he's criminally underrated. Yeah. And now I'll let you respond.
I would say that if you would ask Kent who my favorite actor is, he would say Jim Carrey.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I know you said that the funniest movie was Dumb and Dumber, which
literally that's just the best movie of all time. Don't come for me. It's
I,
always good.
So here's the title I've given it. It was the funniest movie of my childhood.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to compare modern comedies to comedies from my childhood. True. But I think if I had to pick a favorite comedy, it's probably Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell's also really up there as well. But again, the thing about Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler is those are probably like my top 3.
So Adam Sandler, I think, is a great comic actor.
But that's it.
He doesn't do the physical stuff. Yeah. Will and Jim do that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. And Adam Sandler, I feel like that's just how he is. Like, I feel like if you met Adam Sandler in real life, that's exactly who he is. He does not change.
He's barely acting.
Yeah, he doesn't change for a role, I don't think necessarily. I mean, I don't know him personally.
Well, and then on the same token, Will Ferrell is oftentimes the same character in every movie.
True, he's the funny guy.
Where Jim Carrey, I feel like he's so versatile. He's got this wide range that, I mean, feel free to tear me apart in the comments.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey might be the best actor of all time.
I think that is a supported argument right there.
Okay. I didn't know
I'm going to delete your comment if you say otherwise.
Don't delete it.
That's the way to handle criticism, didn't you know?
That's what we were taught.
Yeah. That's what...
If someone disagrees, you delete it.
Just delete their comment. Don't let them voice their opinion. What's it matter?
No, exactly. That's how we handle things here in the town square. We have an open discussion.
Yeah.
I saw Netflix revealed their 10 most popular original movies.
Ooh, I'm excited about these. I love Netflix originals.
I know you do.
I love them.
So here's the thing. I'm surprised. I know only a few of these.
Okay.
I've seen a handful of them.
I probably know less than that because I'm only watching like Little Baby Bum all day.
No, I think you probably know more of these than I do.
I'm ready.
You want to start at the top or the bottom? Do you want to start at 10 or 1?
Let's do 10, like the least popular.
So the 10th with 55 million views. Again, these are Netflix original movies.
And Netflix kills it.
Although I think of them more for their series than for their movies,
Definitely
personally.
For their series, yeah, you're right.
A teen romantic comedy called The Perfect Date.
Has that got Camila Mendes in it?
Don't know.
I think it does. Or it's got somebody from Riverdale in it. I feel like I've maybe watched it, but I don't think I have an opinion on it.
Okay. Spanish horror movie The Platform had 56 million views.
Never seen it.
Have you heard of it? I haven't even heard of it.
No.
Okay, this one I've seen. The Wrong Missy. It's a David Spade movie.
I saw that on there just this past weekend whenever I was kind of deciding.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. Is it good?
Yeah, I actually recommend it.
David Spade's kind of like hit or miss for me. Sometimes I find him annoying, and sometimes I can watch him.
I forget the actress's name. I believe she's from Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Laura something, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It was funny.
A lot of people are saying it's her breakout role.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I'll have to watch it for sure.
And so here's the thing. I had like a Yeezus relationship with her performance in the movie. She was so annoying in the movie, but then I realized like, oh my God.
She's just really
That's what she's really just going for and nailing it.
Yeah.
And that revelation happened to me like 3/4 of the way through the movie. We're like, oh, I'm supposed to be feeling this way.
Yeah, she's literally acting the part.
And I think that she really did a good job.
Oh my gosh, okay. I'll have to watch it.
Haven't seen this one. Okay. Don't know anything about this one. Triple Frontier with Ben Affleck.
No, but Kent's for sure watched it. I can tell you by the name and the fact that Ben Affleck's in it.
Okay.
I would have to ask him.
I saw this one, The Irishman with Robert De Niro.
I don't think I've watched that one either.
That was really long,
Sounds
but
like
good.
It would be.
I love...
Kent would love it.
My favorite, like, I love organized crime, love mafia movies.
Oh, is it like an organized crime movie? Okay, then I would like it.
It's
I don't really like shoot 'em up movies like...
Look, I mean, you have Godfather and Scarface up here.
Right.
And then you've got, like, Goodfellas right up there, too. It's not quite up there.
Uncut Gems has got to be on the list, right? That's got Adam Sandler in it.
Uncut Gems is not a Netflix original.
Oh, is it not?
That was in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it was.
I don't have cable, so I never know like what is coming to the big screen.
That wasn't a Netflix
I just
movie.
See it. Oh, okay. A lot of people talked about that though, and it is on Netflix.
Number 5, you probably saw this one. Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston, The Murder Mystery.
Yes, watch that.
It was okay.
I think it was all right too. Again, wasn't completely like blown away by it, but it was like a very typical Adam Sandler movie. Like kind of just like quirky and I watched it. That's where they're on the ship. Yep,
I saw it. It was again, I would just say it was fine. Nothing you have to go see. Yeah. But number 4, 6 Underground with Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think I've seen that.
Where are they hiding some of these movies?
I don't know, but well, you know what? It's like by the names of them and the people that are in them, I'm probably automatically turned off. Not that I'm not turned on by Ryan Reynolds, because I for sure am.
I think he's very attractive.
But just like the type of movie, it doesn't catch my attention right away.
Okay.
They seem like kind of like shoot 'em up movies, like high speed chases and cars flipping over.
Six Underground sounds like that to you?
Yeah.
Hold on. I feel like that. I think of like if you had to ask me what's the movie Six Underground about, I was going to say the Chilean miners.
Maybe.
That got caught.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Why would you think Six Underground is a shoot 'em up?
I just like when I think like underground, I just think like, like tunnels underground. I think like there's type stuff.
All right, hold on. Let me pull. I got to know what this movie's about now. Give me a second.
That makes sense now that you say it, though.
I'll come back to it, or I'll look it up on my phone or something.
Yeah.
Number 3. This is the last. Oh wait, no. All right, let's keep going. Number 3, Spencer Confidential with Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that one either. It's got.
I feel like really dumb right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Any of these?
Hold on. 6 Underground.
Again, Mark Wahlberg. The name of the movie doesn't seem like something I would click on, but Kent would 100% click on it.
It actually.
Not that I'm not turned on by Mark Wahlberg, because again, definitely turned on by Mark Wahlberg.
It definitely looks like a shoot 'em up, Maddie. You're right.
Is it a shoot 'em up?
It kind of looks that way to me. It doesn't look like Chilean miners.
Okay, it's a shoot 'em up. It's so funny that like you're using that terminology now, because it's just something I made up. Like if Kent picks out the movie, I'm like,
is it a shoot 'em up?
And he's like, it's not a shoot 'em up. It's just like what we say at our house.
So number 2, if you asked me to guess what the number 1 movie was, I would say this movie. What do you think the number 1 movie?
Oh, geez. Netflix original?
Netflix Orig.
Oh, what was that teen movie that everyone went crazy over that had the really cute guy in it and then like the little Asian girl?
Oh, is that Kissing Booth?
No, but that was a cute one too.
Or
P.S. No.
I know I know exactly. There's a sequel coming out in a second.
Yeah.
What is it?
To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Yes.
I watched it a couple times. It was so cute. It's
not
cute.
on the list.
Oh, it's not on the list
There's
at all?
still 2 on there.
That had so much hype. I have no idea.
I would have guessed the number 1 was Bird Box.
Oh my God, I forgot all about Bird
But that's
Box.
number 2.
I forgot all about Bird Box.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since Bird Box.
I never
came out.
watched it.
It's still number 2.
Number
I never
2.
watched it either, just because everyone hyped it up so much. I was like, I'm not watching it because you guys hyped it up so much.
Number 1, I don't even know. Extraction with Chris Hemsworth? What's that?
Listen, Chris Hemsworth again.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But how did we not hear about these movies?
Because they're shoot 'em ups.
And
All of them.
Netflix advertises the crap out of their movies.
Right, yeah. But it's also like an algorithm too. So like these kind of movies probably wouldn't pop up on my suggested movies on Netflix because I don't watch anything related to that. But on Kent's, they probably would.
I want to circle back also while we're talking about Netflix to Unsolved Mysteries for just a second.
Because we had to talk about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Forgot.
So the one that we didn't talk about, I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy Alonzo Brooks.
Yep.
Went to a party.
Out in the country.
Disappeared.
Didn't disappear.
Well, for a period of time.
Yeah. Went missing, and then they eventually found his body like a month later.
I want to say this is episode 4.
Yeah.
Of the series, if you guys watch this.
Again, just kind of like Ray Rivera that we talked about last episode. What happened to the guy?
Okay, so I have a theory.
Okay.
And I'll tell you if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, so my theory is that he went to the party.
Little backstory. He goes to this party with his friends. His friends leave him there.
Yeah, we'll just do this for a minute. For the people who saw the episode, you know who we're talking about. Went to the party. His friends left him there. Apparently, there was probably a lot of racist people at this party.
Right. It was back in the day. It's like 20 years ago or something.
I believe it was a black guy, right?
Yeah, he's a black guy.
Or I think maybe black and Spanish.
Yeah, black and Mexican, I believe, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And just maybe not in the right part of town for him.
Yeah, and there was some racial slurs apparently thrown at him throughout the party, too. Everybody had been drinking, obviously.
I think that he was. I think that he was kidnapped that day.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then when the search party started happening, and they realized the kids realized that people cared about this guy and we're in trouble. We're in over our heads. Mm-hmm. I think at that point they killed him, and I think they moved his body to where they found it.
Right.
Right after they killed him.
Yeah, because the police did their own search party for like a month.
Mm-hmm. Or something like that. I don't remember the exact.
Then his family was like, "Let us search." Mm-hmm. Found his body within 30 minutes of their search a month later. It was not hardly decomposed at all.
But they talked to like a professional, I want to say they were like a dive crew, even though it was a short little creek. It was a shallow creek. Mm-hmm. But they're like, there's no way this body was here when we were out here.
Right.
There's no way. But then the family's like, you guys don't care about him because he's black, and they might be right, so I don't know. But I think that the divers were telling the truth because the body was not in the shape of a body that had been dead for a month.
Yeah.
With wildlife around it, and it just didn't add up.
That's the part that doesn't add up for me.
So that's why I think that he was killed recently before that, and then moved there.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But you had a different theory.
I did. So I think that he got into a tussle with the guys at the party. I think maybe they took it outside. It was, 2 against 1, 5 against 1, whatever. A bunch of redneck racists started beating up this black dude. And then I think he started running to try to get away. Mind you, everyone's hammered. Like, everyone's drunk. So he doesn't have the best, because he lost his shoes along the way. And when his family came back to the house a couple days later to be like, hey, have you seen him? They found one shoe here, one shoe here. I think he was kind of erratically all over the place trying to avoid this group of people who could have been hunting him down in a car, whatever. I think he was trying to get away from them. And I think he ran down to that creek to take cover. And I think he either drowned from just being drunk, scared, exhausted, whatever. Or I think they hunted him down there and killed him. The only hole in that theory is the condition of his body.
Yeah.
In the fact that it wasn't badly decomposed. That's the hole in the story that I just don't know how to explain.
No, I think he was chained to a radiator in somebody's basement.
You think?
And I think that he was...
the only thing about that is when they found him, they didn't say that he was malnourished or, you know what I mean? And so I would...
didn't say he was malnourished.
Yeah, I would just think if you're holding someone captive, I don't know. Are you
I think it started
feeding
as
them every day or whatever?
I think it started as not a plot to murder somebody. I just think it started as, an evil thing that they weren't ready to murder somebody for.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's why his body was in the shape that it was when it was found.
Fair
you guys
enough.
got to watch Unsolved Mysteries.
It's the best, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
So, and then so I've been going back and watching old episodes from the 80s of Unsolved Mysteries, which by the way, they hold up.
Yeah, you told me.
And then I love because they also cut back in and say updates on this.
Yeah.
So this story I saw could fit perfectly into one of those old episodes of Unsolved Mysteries.
Uh-oh.
Because there's a jewelry store owner who's burying his entire inventory around Michigan and is selling tickets to a treasure hunt to find it.
Oh my gosh.
So he's got different stashes that are all valued at about $4,000 in gold, jewelry, diamonds, whatever.
Whoa, geez Louise.
And he's giving out clues to people.
Where it's at.
The treasure hunt starts on August 1st, and he's buried them all around Michigan.
Oh, I'm going to go to Michigan.
So, but there's some cool treasure hunt ones on the old episodes,
Yeah.
people looking for buried treasure and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of cool.
That's
something
neat.
to talk about.
I want to dig up some treasure. That sounds so much fun.
It does sound. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
It does sound
like
fun.
so much fun.
All right, so I've got another section of stuff to talk about here while we still have time. The social media. I saw a story. It's a social media section, by the way. So, few stories that reminded me of you. For one, I know you're the queen of TikTok. You got 2 million views on one.
Yeah.
Since it's becoming so popular, I saw that Instagram is trying to rip it off. Did you hear about Reels?
Oh, no.
So I guess Reels is going to be something Instagram is going to launch sometime in August to compete with TikTok.
What is it going to be? How is it going to be like TikTok?
Here's what I think. You remember how when Snapchat became popular, Facebook added their stories?
Right, yeah.
Which to me is not a thing.
Right, no.
I think it's going to be something along those lines that you'll be able to
Okay.
use through Instagram as a TikTok.
Okay.
So I don't do TikTok. I don't do Instagram.
I got TikTok famous for a minute and then I just gave it up. Now, I watch them, but I
Yeah.
don't really make them anymore.
I don't care about them. My favorite one I've ever seen is the one you made.
Well, it was 2.2 million other people's favorite as well.
Good for you. I saw that teenagers are dressing up like grandmas to use.
Oh, to get liquor? I've seen this. How
This is
can
such
I
a-
just
I'm with you.
never thought of it as a kid? Well, I had Shelly that just bought all my
So
liquor. but-
because people have to wear face masks in public,
yeah, they're
teens-
really capitalizing on it.
teens are capitalizing on it by dressing up as grandmothers in face masks.
They're spray painting their hair gray. They're stuffing their shirts and stuff to make them look all old and frumpy.
Yeah.
And they're going in and they're getting away with buying alcohol.
And I just feel like it's something you would have done.
110%
Yeah.
pissed that I didn't think of it.
Well, you couldn't have gotten away with it when you were a teen.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there
They'd be
wasn't.
why is this girl wearing a face mask?
Yeah, you can't
don't
walk
worry,
in
in 10 years you'll understand.
I'm really protective about COVID.
Yeah, really protective.
And
And
then
I had a Shelly.
I saw there's a woman on Etsy who's making bank.
What is she doing?
She's selling masks with anti-mask messages on them. So for people who are begrudgingly wearing masks, you can buy a mask that says, "This mask is useless.
Oh.
My governor is an idiot."
Ooh.
You can get on your mask, which, by the way, I don't agree with these things.
Right, yeah, we're just saying.
And it also led me to think that, so I'm realizing, especially in 2020, whether you're talking about the conspiracy theorists, whether you're talking about the anti-maskers, whether you're talking about the pro-Trumpers, I've been judging a lot of my social media.
I love unfriending people.
I'm not unfriending.
I am.
I'm unfollowing and I'm judging. And I'm talking about like people in my family.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people I know in real life.
Like, don't care.
Like there's people who are knee deep in conspiracy theories that are they're idiots.
Oh my gosh. Like, listen, I love reading about a good conspiracy theory. Don't get me wrong. Never buy into it because I'm just like, no, Beyonce is not part of the Illuminati. And if she is, it's not the Illuminati you think it is. You know what I mean? Like, get real. Like, you know, call me ignorant or whatever. I don't think like the country staged 9/11. Like, you know, like, shut up.
I'm with you.
Like, it just, to me, it's just ridiculous that, and listen, I think that there's things the government's hiding from us. I think there are government conspiracy theories. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Totally. But if we're aware of it, that means we just made it up.
But like, I'll see people who are otherwise very intelligent share stats that are just like obscenely stupid, and they believe it because they see it in words on the TV, on the computer screen.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, like I said, it goes into like even like my family, people I have a lot of love and respect for. I've judged as being very idiotic.
Right. I know. I like you said, like I'll see people on my Facebook that are so smart, like with degrees and really good jobs, and then they're like, "Did you know the government staged 9/11?" And I'm like.
Like, I used to like you.
Like, come on.
Like,
Angie.
I saw one, the best one I've probably seen, and you have to see it, to like how this is all a satanic thing. And this is, I'm telling you, the person sharing this is feeling this in her soul.
Yeah, right. How they all are.
It's
yeah,
6
they're
feet,
so passionate.
You got to say 6 feet in front, behind the side, because 666 is the number of the beast. And like it forms a pentagram. And I'm telling you, Maddie, it was delicious.
And the thing is, I never engaged with these people, right?
I don't
never.
either.
People do. I will always read the comments because someone's on there like, you're an effing idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I like that. Like, I like that someone said it.
Yes.
But, and like I said, there's probably conspiracy theories out there that are true. Like, there's things that the government's hiding from us, no doubt. But like, we're not walking 6 feet away from people because Satan told us to. Or because the government and Satan are buds.
Yeah.
And they're like, you genuinely think that? Yes. And it blows my mind that you really think that.
Well, like a lot of people think that like 4 years ago, it's like the misinformation that got our president elected. Yeah. And it's just like, I'm telling you, it's these boomer generation of people who just see something and share it.
Yeah.
They don't care about that validity. They just see it, share it.
Yeah.
And I did my part. So.
Well, I also saw this thing that's just funny, like a funny side note about COVID was like, oh, nobody, Midwesterners. I think I had it back in December.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Well, it was around back then.
I think everyone thinks that. But everyone swears that like their like winter cold was like COVID related.
Yes.
And it's like literally the meme just said, nobody, Midwesterners. I had COVID back in January.
I've seen several people who, I mean, it's possible.
It is possible, but it's so funny because, like, just to label, like, Midwesterners just to be like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You're right.
And then I also want to talk to you about, the next category is fast food. I've got some fast food news for you before we get out of here.
I'm so hungry. I'm so glad you're bringing this up.
Sure, no problem. So first, let's start with, I saw... I wanted to. Oh yeah, you're a big Taco Bell fan, right?
I love tacos, Mexican, all of it.
Slaughtering their menu. You see, it's getting slaughtered.
I didn't read it because I think that it's disrespectful for them to do that. So I didn't read the. I didn't want to get my feelings hurt.
Do you want to hear the items that are going?
I guess now I don't have a choice.
You have a choice. If it's going to hurt you, I'm not going to give it to you.
I'm ready. I'm emotionally numb at this point.
What's the favorite thing you love? Is it the
cheesy gordita crunch?
That's your go-to?
Is it on the list?
Let's save it. Let's wait.
Oh man.
First up on the chopping block, 7-layer burrito.
I don't even know what that is, but I would probably order it drunk.
It's good.
110%.
You get a lot for, I think it's only like $1 too.
Oh,
there's like
even
7
better.
things in there.
Listen, I'm saying I don't recall it. Drunk Maddie's ordered it.
The one that people have been grieving the most is the potato bites.
No.
Yeah, I know.
That's disrespectful.
I know, it's awful. Loaded grillers.
I don't know what that is. But it sounds like it has steak on it.
This is the one that I don't care about too.
Okay.
Quesaritos are going away.
I don't know what those are
Me
either.
I'm really.
Do we still have Baja Blast?
So far, so good. I don't see anything else going
Close
away.
call.
And then, so I saw this list that I didn't think would be interesting, but then I read it and I was like, oh, wow, this is kind of cool.
Okay. The Potato Bites Taco Bell?
I've wheedled it down, so we'll go through it. We'll go through it quickly.
It's disrespectful.
It's like 21 ways that the restaurant industry might change forever because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
So check this out.
Yeah.
So
Besides
you got,
giving away potato bites.
well, they're making smaller.
rude.
The menu's getting smaller.
Yeah.
Less people will be going to restaurants.
Yeah.
There'll be no more pick up food here lines. Like, you know how there's like a line to order in and then another line to like pick up food. They're saying, forget those.
Okay.
You're gonna start seeing different table arrangements to accommodate social distancing.
Yeah. I already see that.
You're gonna start seeing reusable menus. I've seen that too.
I've seen that.
Where instead of like the menu in like the nice sleeve, they just hand you a disposable paper menu.
Right. Yeah. Or like a laminated one that they spray off right after they take it away.
You're not gonna see unwrapped straws anymore. Or really,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, keep getting.
That's a good idea anyway.
I told you last week about the salad bars. Say goodbye to those. They're not going to be around much longer, I don't think.
Still really holding on hope to the salad claw machine, though.
Well, something along those lines you can probably expect. Don't expect to see pre-cut lemons and lime anymore. Like, you know, when you get water or diet soda.
Or
you
a tequila shot.
Well, you might see those. This was the one I'm most sad about. Okay. Self-service soda fountains. For some reason, those are going away. Even gas stations now, I'm seeing like you can.
You know, this has gotten worse since we started this conversation.
I'm sorry. But they say even if you're at like a diner or something, they're not going to refill your cup there. They're going to take it back and give you a new cup for whatever reason.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why.
I love those Coca-Cola machines where you can make cherry Sprite if you want cherry Sprite or grapes, right?
Those are awesome.
The best.
The freestyle machines.
Yes.
Don't expect to. They say it in time. Don't expect to see condiments on the table anymore.
This is getting
ketchup, salt, pepper, all that
like
stuff.
Little packages.
You have to request it or whatever.
Wow.
You're not going to see staff not wearing masks. You're not going to see sauce dispensers anymore. I ordered
the pumps, like the ketchup pumps or barbecue
like
sauce?
or when you go to Arby's or whatever, and you can pump out your sauce or whatever you want to do. Yeah, forget the pumps. The play areas in like McDonald's.
That makes sense.
Napkin dispensers on the tables. Goodbye. Getting your food on a tray, just like say you're going to like I don't know KFC or whatever,
right?
And they give you your food like on a tray right there.
No more trays.
It's going to come in a bag.
Okay.
In fact, to-go bags, they're going to seal them up for you, like probably even staple them in the back for whatever reason. Don't ask me why.
I've seen that already on some bags, like Taco Bell and stuff. They'll put like a sticker on it and seal it.
So now if you go into like a nice restaurant, there's like the table is usually set already. Mm-hmm. You're not going to see preset tables anymore.
Wow.
I guess you can get, like
right. Yeah.
They're all little ways.
Back, yeah. Someone walks by and like touches your napkin or something. I get it.
In fact, silverware in general, they say it's going to start being like individually wrapped plasticware.
Oh, that kind of makes me sad for the environment.
A little bit.
Yeah.
For some reason, so all day breakfast, they say is going to be a casualty.
Now
of
I've
this.
had it.
Is that the one that's...
Now I've had it. Why not?
Apparently, the breakfast has been getting hit the worst because of people not commuting anymore in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Like breakfast has been dying. Like the rest of the day is okay, but
I'd
breakfast
never
has
turned down a
dying.
waffle or a McGriddle.
Well, I noticed McDonald's got rid of all their bagels.
Really?
I'm so sad about it. I went to get two.
That is
one
really
day.
sad. Bagels are the superior bun.
100%.
110%.
And they still sell the McGriddles.
Don't give me that little crumbly shit. Give me a bagel or get out.
That's what I want too. I'm with you.
There's two things that can get out: Woodson from my wedding and a bagel. Get out. or not a.
Take
not
your
a
bagels and GTFO, and then paying with cash. It might be a thing of the past,
I did
too.
see that. People are really upset about not paying with cash. Doesn't bother me because I literally never have cash on me.
Yeah.
Ever. So it doesn't bother me that much. But
they're saying a lot of times in restaurants you'll just use an app to pay. Mm-hmm. And I think like they mean like the restaurant.
Like at Olive Garden, when they have that little machine on the wall and you can just pay right there and leave whenever you want.
I don't think if the condiments aren't going to be
I guess
allowed,
that's
I don't
true.
see those little machines being allowed anymore.
Everyone's going to have to go to those debit cards that you just like scan and don't touch anything with. You know what I'm saying? Like Apple Pay or whatever, like on your phone or something.
1 in 10 couples believe that eating fast food without your partner is as bad as cheating.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't
think so either.
I don't really eat fast food anyway, but I like if Ken's traveling for work or he has to take a quick lunch, he'll usually do it.
But let me ask you this, because I've got a weird, like, there's one
if
thing.
you go to Culver's, that's disrespectful.
Okay, so that's betrayal.
I have like or GD Ritzy's. Like if I know that you went to GD Ritzy's and didn't bring me home shoestring fries, I'm filing.
So it's not fast food for us, but there is a thing in our relationship that would feel like betrayal if we did it.
Los Bravos without each other.
It's not Los Bravos either.
It's got to be up there.
So, okay, if there's a show that we watch together,
Yeah.
we watch it together.
That's cheating.
I agree.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
I do it all the time.
That's cheating. I would never do that to my wife.
No, this is what happens is like Kent's never home and he knows I'm home all the time. And so like if we start a show together and like I get really into it, which doesn't happen that often, but sometimes I do get really into a show that he suggests.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day I just start it and then he'll come home and he'll be like, oh, wow, you finished the whole season today. And I'm like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have introduced me to it.
That's
and
your
then
fault,
he'll
Kent.
literally just be like, well, what happened? And I'll just explain it to him.
Oh, yeah, see, listen.
I know.
No, but here's the thing. If I started with Brittany, I can't enjoy it without Brittany.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare. The only thing I can think of that I finished like that was Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like she was in the first like season and a half.
Yeah.
This randomly said, I want to, and Ozark too.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think
She gave up on Ozark?
It broke my heart. I was so sad.
How do you give up on Ozark?
I don't know. And the season that just launched was so good.
I haven't finished it yet.
It's great.
I haven't finished it yet.
I'll just say she bailed.
I really have to sit down and pay attention to Ozark, and I've got to really give it my all, and I haven't done that yet. I've only seen the first couple episodes.
And I think part of the problem is that I think that she liked it, even though she says that she didn't. Mm-hmm. I just think she didn't like it as much as me.
Yeah.
And I think that was bothering her.
Yeah.
But it made me so sad. I don't know why she bailed on it.
Yeah, that is really sad,
So,
Brittany.
There was that. Is there anything else? I can't think of anything else, but like that would feel like cheating.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything?
Los Bravos without me.
You mentioned that. Okay.
Yeah, that's cheating. That'll get you divorced.
Oh, going back to the COVID thing real fast. A lot of experts saying Black Friday might not even happen this year. And
Ooh, that makes sense.
for the first time in decades, Walmart announced that stores will not be open. Walmart announced that stores will not be open on Thanksgiving. It's the first time in literally decades.
That Walmart's not going to be open on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Well, that's Black Friday, right? It's all the same, right?
Well, I consider Black Friday. Well, yeah, the next
Friday
day is
after
Black Friday, but it
right.
starts like Thursday
But
night.
they
usually.
it keeps creeping up, getting
Yeah.
quicker and quicker. I don't think that people should be working on Thanksgiving anyway, so I think that that's okay. I'm not that dead set on getting a TV that I think all these poor people should be working when they could be with their family.
Well, what about?
Unless you work at Los Bravos, then I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there on Christmas. I'm gonna be there on New Year's.
Have you ever gone to Los Bravos on Christmas or Thanksgiving? That doesn't seem like something you would do.
No, not on Christmas or Thanksgiving, but like birthdays, definitely. Valentine's Days, definitely. Stuff like that.
One last question before we wrap up.
All right.
I saw this topic and I was like, boy, I'm interested in Maddie's opinion on this.
Okay.
If you had a time machine, would you visit the future or the past?
The future.
Okay.
I want to see how long this shit's gonna last.
35% of people said they'd go to the future, so 65 would rather
Only
go to the past.
35% said they go to the future? Mm-hmm. I'm really disappointed.
So I feel like my gut instinct is past. So here's the thing.
Why do you want to go there? You've been there.
Okay.
You've already been there.
I liked the past.
Okay.
That was one thing. I know, like I know I would know where to go. I would like that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, okay, you know, it'd probably be smarter for me to say the future.
Yeah.
Because then I can go and get like all the stock tips, what company's going to be, you know, like I can make money off of this.
Right. Do I need to invest in like face masks?
But if I go to the past, I can do that too. If I go to the past, I could tell Rob, like, invest in Apple.
Okay. When you go to the past, do you come back to the present?
I mean, that's my interpretation.
Like, do you just take like a couple days in the past and you can come back?
I don't know. I mean,
But how does that benefit you in today? If
I tell young Rob to invest in Apple,
well, then you wouldn't be coming back to this current present. It'd be a whole new present, which would basically be the future. It'd be a whole new present because you screwed it up. It's the butterfly effect. You screwed it all up in the past, so you wouldn't come back to your present right now.
hey, I'm not screwing anything up. I'm going to the past to make it better.
Yeah, but how do you know it's going to be better? What if you come to the present after being in the past and you screwed it up and now you're like this like millionaire, which is cool, but like everything else sucks. Which, let's be honest, if you're a millionaire, nothing sucks. But
I would find a way to make it suck.
I would rather go to the future, and not that I want to ruin anything. I'm trying to know exactly when I'm going to get divorced. I'm trying to know how long. Yeah, and I'm trying to know how long COVID's going to last. And I just feel
That's
like
what I wouldn't. That one.
Those are the two big things. Yeah.
I don't even know what I want to know. Like, okay.
I just want to see what the world's like in the future.
Like my gut instinct is like, I want to know how I die, but
Yeah.
you can't. You wouldn't. Your brain wouldn't be able to process that.
Right. No, I don't want to know how I'm going to die.
I know. I want to know, but I don't want to know.
Yeah. Do you know that like every day we're just like a number that's ticking down and we have no idea how many numbers are left?
I do know that.
Terrifying.
I think about it all the time. I hate the thought of dying.
What if you go to the future and you're just not there?
Like, where?
It's hell. It's hell.
Who is in my wife's bed? Like, who is that?
No, it's just me.
I only went 17 months into the future. I'm in 2021.
I just wake up and I'm like, hey, Satan. Well, this makes sense. I'm burning in hell for eternity.
This episode of the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West was brought to you by Gold Tree Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, you definitely want to talk to our friends at Gold Tree Realty. With Gold Tree Realty, you'll be dealing with experienced real estate agents and investors. They can handle sellers in any condition, so if your property is ready to go with no repairs needed, or if it needs a little TLC, Gold Tree Realty can get you that sold sign on your lawn, sometimes even as fast in 72 hours with a cash offer. So if you're looking to buy your dream home, Gold Tree Realty specializes in finding buyers their dream home. Give Andrew, Jason, or any of the experienced and knowledgeable members of the Gold Tree Realty team a chance to help you buy or sell your next home in the Evansville area. Call 812-432-2556 or like them on Facebook, facebook.com/Goldtree Realty. Once again, that's Gold Tree Realty, 812-432-2556. And once again, Maddie, I want to thank Emporium Hair Salon for being a part of the show. Now under new ownership, Emporium is a full-service hair salon offering cuts, color, extensions, barbering, facial waxing, as well as bridal and special occasion hair. They also offer Redken and Moroccan oil. They're a retailer for those, so you should always shop local for those things. Emporium also offers Curatherapy smoothing systems with almost 4,000 square feet. There's plenty of room for social distancing with at least 6 feet in between all stations. They have 18 stylists right now and have booth rental space available. So if you're ready to look and feel your best, check out Emporium Hair Salon on Evansville's East Side, 4913 Theater Drive. Call them at 812-401-1941. And as a special offer for listeners of the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West, if you mention you heard it here, they'll give you 10% off your first service. That's Emporium Hair Salon. Schedule your first appointment at 812-401-1941 and get 10% off. And as always, if you'd like to advertise on the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West, please email the Rob's Podcast at gmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Maddie?
Thanks, everybody, for the continued support.
Yes,
I look forward to doing this every week. You guys make it worth it.
I want to make sure, I want to thank Tony Tripp again for all the graphics on the show.
Yeah, dude, he's incredible.
Yeah,
He's an incredible artist. We're friends now on Facebook.
Are you?
Yeah, and I'm always like blown away by his talent. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's the best at what he does, and I just want to give him a shout out for
absolutely.
He's a guy who on like the low really helped inspire me to get this going. Like obviously you were a huge driving force in that too. Like you were always kind of pushing me there, but Tripp's because Tripp's a guy who plays by his own rules too, and that's kind of what we're doing here. Like we're kind of bucking the system and we're taking our radio show underground essentially.
Yeah, I love it.
And I've been loving the feedback.
It's a shoot 'em up radio show. We're Underground 6.
Shoot 'em up radio. Maddie, thank you so much. We'll be back next week with the Rob's Podcast with Maddie West.